Selena Quintanilla is a legend across the world, but because of her roots in Corpus Christi, we hold a very special place for her in our hearts. Now, if you haven't binge watched Selena, the series on Netflix, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but it's time to catch up. Today, I have the opportunity to visit with two of the main stars in the series. Please welcome Ricardo Chavira, who plays the role of Abraham Quintanilla, and Gabriel Chavarria, who plays A.B. Quintanilla. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
So let's start with you, Ricardo. I want to know how this opportunity caught your attention to play this role and why it was so important to you.
I was shooting a movie in Lake Tahoe area, March of 2019, and my reps sent me the appointment sheet for it. And I was just like, who am I playing? Like, this doesn't, like, I'm too old for Chris. I'm too old for AB. This can't be Abraham. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, I don't think this is right. And I called them and I said, guys, you're from North Carolina and you're from Boston, and I know neither of you listen to Tejano music, so this is you don't get it, and this needs to be a pass. Again, being from San Antonio, from South Texas, I know this story. I'm extremely familiar with it. So I was not getting it. And then once she presented it to me in a certain way, and I knew that they had writers on staff that you could tell they were specifically from South Texas and they understood us, our cadences, the way we talk, the way we go, the Tex-Mex that we use. I was like, okay, I'm in on this. I'll go for this. And I did, and I got it.
Amazing. Well, you gave it a lot of justice to the role, and being from South Texas, yes, it can be very critical of how people portray us here in South Texas.
Yeah, we can.
So this one is for both of you, but we'll start with Gabriel. Tell me, what was your strategy in preparing for this role? Were you able to collaborate with AB at all to prepare? And what did you learn, if so?
We didn't get a chance to connect in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I know there was plans. We were plans to try to get together. It's funny because now we're in constant communication now, which is cool. Me and AB, I was just excited. I was super honored to be a part of this. Like knowing Selena, or knowing who Selena is and her legacy. It's like, man, like to be a part of this was like, anyone would want to be a part of this. So. I was just excited. I started learning, trying to pick up the bass, started practicing, and it's not easy. It's not easy. AB's he's a beast, man. He's out there making music, writing songs, dancing, and it was a fun process. It was a pretty straightforward process. It was a fun process, I just had tons of fun doing the entire show.
Now, Ricardo, same question for you. Were you able to collaborate with Abraham at all? And regardless of that, what were you able to learn about the role as you prepared for it?
No. Unfortunately, the same thing. There were plans, and they never coalesced. And then when COVID hit, it just kind of became an impossibility. Fortunately, we did have an opportunity to talk with Suzette Quintanilla, and that was really great. She was very gracious and gave us a lot of cool stories. And I know that our creative team and writers and producers collaborated very early on. Uh-huh. And being from South Texas and knowing it's like, Abraham is the same age and generation as my father, is a lot of my tios. So I knew I had all of that framework to work from in my own life. Mm-hmm. And then I just watched as much information as I could, and material and videos and of Abraham, and, getting his cadence down, the way he talked and his mannerisms, facial mannerisms. I saw a couple interviews where I saw him walking so I could understand the gait of his walk, just things like that.
People take it very seriously. This family is like our family, especially in South Texas. But what was so important for you to encompass about your character as AB?
One of my favorite scenes in the show is when Abraham's at the dinner table when he tells the family that they're going to drop the Los Dinos name. And they didn't even budge or anything. They were just like, well, let's go. That's where we are. And if one wins, we all win. So I think that was probably the most important thing that I really understood, and I really enjoyed and connected with that.
We want to thank you all so much for your time today, and we look forward to seeing the next series.